Family members and police continue searching for a 65-year-old woman who went missing over the weekend. So whatever you're doing, take a look here at your screen just for a moment. This is Minerva Vargas. Police say Vargas was reported missing on Sunday, and she also suffers from dementia and Alzheimer's. Vargas is 5'4". She has a tiger tattoo on her left forearm. If you have seen her, please give police a call. And the search for Minerva Vargas serves as an important reminder about a concerning statistic. Experts say 6 out of 10 people dealing with dementia and Alzheimer's wander away from home or their caregivers.
And joining us now to talk more about why this happens and what you can do to prevent it, we have Dementia Care Coordinator Jennifer Labrie from the Connecticut chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. Jennifer, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Great. Thank you for having us today.
And thank you for taking time to shed light on something that seems a lot more common than maybe a lot of us would have thought. Why is it so common? 6 out of 10 people with Alzheimer's disease and dementia tend to wander off.
So it's important to know that when we hear wandering happens or a person with dementia has wandered, it's not a negative behavior or a defiant act on their part. It's important to realize that Alzheimer's and dementia is something that affects a person's memory, short-term memory in particular. So very often when a person wanders, they're looking for maybe a childhood home or a parent or a sibling who's passed away. They may not be comfortable in their environment. They don't recognize the place they're in or the faces that are around them. So they're searching. They're searching for something safe, something familiar, because they're afraid or confused. And that very easily can turn into a wandering situation.
Now, I have a toddler, and we sort of set up the house with sort of things that can prevent her from hurting herself. Now, we're talking about our loved ones who are older. They're maybe need some help in that way. What are some ways to prevent them from hurting themselves or from wandering away?
Sure. So a lot of the caregivers that we talk with in families are caring for someone at home in the community. So it's safeguarding your home in a similar way. Caregivers can sometimes use door alarms or locks or gadgets on the door to alert them that the person is leaving. So it can delay their going out the door. Often people use cameras also so they can see if their loved one's leaving. And sometimes tracking watches or devices so that if the person does leave and wander, that you can see them on your phone or computer and see where they are to locate them. It's wonderful that we have these tools and technology, but sometimes it does take having a companion or a caregiver being with them so that they're engaged in activities, their minds are occupied so that the tendency to wander becomes less. I think we have to do everything that we can, especially hide those keys if there's keys in the home, because wandering doesn't just happen by foot out the door. A person may forget they haven't driven in some time and grab the car keys, get in the car, or take public transportation and not be able to get back home. I'm
curious what training first responders have in dealing with people who they suspect are wanderers, and what any of us could do if you see somebody out maybe walking along that you feel might be wandering away from home, what we should then do in that case.
Great question, because so many people with Alzheimer's, as the woman that they're looking for now, do live at home and do live in the community and are out and about. So there is training for first responders through the Alzheimer's Association. It can be accessed right online for them as well. We teach and train first responders how to identify a person with dementia, what does wandering look like, and also how to approach the person with Alzheimer's or dementia. For caregivers in the community, it's important to identify places that the person used to work, or a childhood home where they grew up, or church. Were they talking about a place or a person before they wandered? All of that is so important to share, as well as a physical description with first responders and police departments, because that only can help in their search and help us maybe find or locate them as well.
Well, Jennifer, really important information and great tips for us to keep in mind. Of course, the goal is to keep our loved ones safe, and we do appreciate your help with this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And thanks for being with us.